What's up, Reactorites? John here, and I decided, let's check out a live discussion for the Vampire Diaries on Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving, and I am full, but now I'm done watching. I'm done. I'm done eating, so I want to do the Vampire Diaries season 2 discussion, and this is going to be our. This is the very first live discussion. We'll see how it turns out. If it's if it's something that you guys like to see more often, let me know. And yeah, season 2, I don't even know where to start. There's so many things, and it's I guess if you're watching this, you've already seen season 2. If not, or if you don't care about spoilers, I'm gonna talk about a lot of spoilers in season 2, and it's a lot of stuff has happened with Klaus, with Elijah. We get to learn more, and it's season, like, right now I'm doing season 3, and so those are going to be released later on. And there were things I've seen in season 3. I was like, I'm so excited. I can't wait for the episodes for season 3 to be released. And with season 2, we finally get to meet the originals. I keep hearing stuff about the originals TV show, and the TV show, I can't wait until that happens. I think I have to finish season 4, and then I can start on the original simultaneously with the other shows back to back. And with what was it, season season 3, I'm on that right now, and then after that season 4, and then we can finally do the originals. So I can't wait to do that. But with, I don't know, season 2, pretty much the whole storyline with season 2 is Klaus. Who's this Klaus? What is he doing? What's his plan? And somehow, there's this whole curse thing with the wolves and the vampires, the wolf with the moon, the full moon, the vampires with the daylight. And it turns out all of that is just for nothing, because Klaus has other ideas. He has other plans. His plan, what's his plan? To be the ultimate hybrid vampire werewolf. Let's see. Rationally sassy. Rationally sassy. How's it going? So you're saying it will be exciting to start the originals, and you're saying you have to catch up on my season 2 reactions now, though. Yes. And with season 2, and these seasons are a lot. There was like 22 episodes for this one, and I'm also doing Supernatural. So Supernatural, the one I'm currently doing, the seasons 3 only has, I think, 16 episodes total. So that one's shorter, and season 3 for that one's going to start soon. And with this one, it's we have like long ways to go until we finally get to the end of the Vampire Diaries. But it's not as daunting as, let's say, Supernatural, because Supernatural has what, over 15 seasons. I'm not sure how many seasons they have, 15 or 16 or 17. But with Vampire Diaries, what was it? I think it's right. It's like 7 seasons, 8 seasons, one of those. And I've been hearing that. Well, I don't want to hear too much about people's favorite seasons, but some people, their favorite season is the 3rd season. And I'm starting on that, and I've been enjoying it so far. But with season 2, we slowly get to see pretty much Damon. Damon's like the character that everybody likes. I like Damon. Hashtag Damon's a dick. And with Damon, he's slowly starting to turn in this one. So Sassy, you think eight seasons? Yeah, it sounds about right. 8 seasons. So I have after this six more seasons to go, and Dame. It's like how I'm imagining right now. How many? We have 6 more seasons. What can we do with Damon and Stefan? Because right now in season 2, Damon is slowly becoming a better person, I guess, especially with Elena. And Elena, I'm like, what are they going to do with her for 6 more seasons? I wonder if they're. What's up, Mandy? How's it going? Yeah. Right now, I'm just talking about Damon. What are they going to do with Damon? What are they going to do with Elena for the other seasons? I don't want to. You're watching this. You probably already know what's going to happen. But right now, I'm in theory mode on what they can do with Damon and Elena. And I'm already thinking that they're going to do a love story with Elena and Damon together somewhere down the line, but I don't want to hear it. And but for now, season 2, we get to see that. If you watch my reaction for the finale, the opening one, Elena is kissing Damon. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Oh yeah. It's definitely been a roller coaster, yeah. For the rest of the roller coaster for the rest of the seasons. What's a roller coaster right now for just this season? This season's been a roller coaster. And I think I want more moments with I think like Damon. I like Damon, but I do also have a soft spot for Tyler. He's like a character that I want to root for because I feel sorry for him, and he's shown his jackass side in the earlier season. Like, oh, this guy's like a jock and he's picking on people, but now he's becoming a victim of this werewolf thing himself. So he's dealing with that, and I want to see more of that school stuff, like in the future. Like, what's going to happen with this person who's angry all the time? Well, it kind of makes sense that he's angry all the time because he's a werewolf, Tyler. So I want to see if he's gonna. I want to see more of like other kids in high school because right now it just feels very isolated. Like it's just these kids we know: Elena, Jeremy, Bonnie, Tyler, and all that in high school. But we don't even focus a lot on the high school stuff in this season because it's more about the vampire stuff, this thing with Klaus and what he's planning. Let's see. Mandy, you're saying this show is probably your favorite vampire show ever. It comes in second to Buffy being your all-time favorite. So Buffy's your all-time favorite. I might have to continue on with that. And Sassy, you're saying you agree the characters are what drives the show and all the interactions they have. And so most people hate Tyler. Well, for this season, I like Tyler. Like he hasn't done anything for me to not like him. He's shown that being a werewolf sucks, and he's got that face like he's he's dealing with a lot. And the part where he's transforming into a werewolf. I felt the pain, especially the looking at his uncle's videos, Uncle Mason, and how he's suffering, and just him watching that for the first time. He's afraid of that, and I felt that. Manny's saying, take your time, John. There's no hurry, but yeah, you'd like to see me react to Buffy again. Yes. Yeah, there's so many shows that people want me to react to. I'm not sure what I want to, because right now my two main focus is the Vampire Diaries and Supernatural. The next one, it's been there are shows like I'm gonna do like new reactions to when they come out for sure, like The Mandalorian on my other channel, on Nerd Reactor. But on this channel, I'm trying to think of this third one. Like if I have time. I'm not sure what it is yet. People keep wanting me to go back to, was it a not what was that? Shadow Hunters. Shadow Hunters. That's one. And there Shadow Hunters and what is it? Once Upon a Time. I do want to go back to that because I do like the story of just how they Disney characters are living in modern times. That's always been interesting. Sassy, you're saying Tyler is chill in your mind, but you've seen some reactors that really don't like him. I wonder what the reactors. It's like this Tyler guy. I don't like him. He's a werewolf. He's terrible. Yeah, the werewolf transformation in this show is the best. It shows how painful it really is. Yeah, it's really painful, and you really feel for these. And now you kind of understand where they're coming from. These werewolves, and just seeing how the werewolves are in the second season, I'm like, I wish they were more of a threat other than, oh, you just become a werewolf and then your fangs, you can bite the vampire and then they can die from it. But other than that, without the full moon, they still have that super strength, but they can get easily taken out by vampires. So they don't feel like a threat to me. I wish they're more of a threat, like an actual just a character. Because right now the only character that's a werewolf that I'm really invested in is Tyler. And I'm hoping that he gets a really badass storyline later. And hopefully we get to be introduced to more werewolves that are actually competent on the show instead of just being taken out like nothing. Because in season 2, we've been introduced to this wolf pack with Stephen Amell as a leader, and he gets taken out like nothing. I'm like, come on. Come on, give me the good werewolf versus vampire stuff. But this show is called The Vampire Diaries, but they want to focus on that. But we also get to have the witches, Bonnie and all that. And Bonnie, the witches, they're powerful. So if we can get these powerful beings that the witches could pretty much take out vampires, could they just use their whatever powers they have. I want to see more of that. Just make the werewolves a little bit cooler and not just have like one vampire being able to take out a whole pack. Let's see. Sassy, you're saying pace yourself and don't feel pressure to do too much. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. I'll pace myself. Sometimes people get excited. They're like, John, watch this, react to this, react to that. And so I'm just trying to pace myself so that I don't get burnt out. That's the thing I don't want to do, get burnt out watching these shows. And people keep asking like, oh, why'd you stop? Did you give up? And I'm like, or like, do you not like the show anymore? It's like, there's just too many shows out there. There's so many shows, so many things to do. And in an ideal world, I wish I could just watch it, react, and then have somebody else edit the video so I have more time to just do these shows and react to them. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. Oh yeah, yeah. Witches are definitely OP in a good way. They are like Bonnie just learned to become a witch, and throughout the first and second season, she has come from just a regular person into finding out she can do more. Like she started off with, oh, I can light candles, and then later on in this season, she was able to go toe to toe with Klaus. Klaus, like the Klaus, the big baddest vampire of them all, one of the originals. And we find out he's a hybrid. He's like very special. And Mandy, you're saying season 3 is great. You can't wait to see my reaction to the season. Yeah, that was going to be great. The next thing I'm going to do is, I think, I think I mentioned in the blooper videos, I might do this live reaction because I'm going to release the blooper stuff next week for season 1 and 2. I'll be talking about how I'll be doing live discussions. So if you're watching that and then you're seeing this, ignore that. I still have to. Actually, no, I'll just edit it out. I'll just edit it out so you guys don't even see that. What's up, Crazy Abby? How's it going? Season 3 is the best of all the seasons in your opinion. Ooh, see that? Everyone's saying season 3 is good. That's a lot of hype now. Lots of hype. Lots of hype. Mandy, you love Klaus, but Elijah is your favorite original. Yeah, no, they're both great. Like they start off as characters that you're like, who's this person? Like he's kind of a badass, especially with Elijah. He's always going in front of buildings with his coins or picking up random objects off the ground and then just flicking it. And then by doing that, everything just turns to shit. Like in front of the coffee shop, whatever. He was throwing stuff at the window and like the window breaks. And then Lauren Cohan's character, I forgot her name because I'm watching Supernatural right now. So Lauren Cohan was introduced in this and Supernatural. They have two names. I think it was, I forgot her name. I forgot her name in Supernatural. Her name in this one is what? Ruby Rose. It's like some generic name. And then sometimes I even confuse, or I would just confuse, say names like Caroline, Bonnie, Elena. And I have to like catch myself. Say, oh nope, that's Caroline, not Elena, or Elena. That's not Caroline. Elijah is the badass coin thrower. Yes, he is the badass coin thrower. But Elijah, even though he's a badass, he always gets duped into getting stabbed over and over again. I'm like, come on, Elijah. When are you gonna learn? But that shows that how trusting he is. Elijah's pretty trusting. But he got stabbed at the dinner party with a surprise attack from Alaric. And then later on, he got stabbed by Elena. And two humans messing it up for Elijah. But Elijah, he's caring. And at the end of this episode, we find out that he wants his family back. That's the originals, I guess. See, right now, like I already know the originals coming out. So I'm going to guess that the family that he wants back is going to be the family members that's in the originals. That'd be cool to see like their backstory and how they lived in the past and maybe in the future. Who knows? But actually, I would like to see how they are in the future. And I'm already thinking of a lot of things right now with the originals. Like it could be anything because I don't know too much about the originals. I don't even want to think about the show yet. But I do have a inkling that it might just be modern times and past times, I guess. Not sure if that's a spoiler. And so let's see, Mandy, you're saying Caroline is your favorite female character. You love her. Yeah, Caroline. Caroline, I love Caroline with Tyler. Like they care for each other. And there's been a rift with their relationship because of the wolf pack thingamajiggy. And, because Tyler's a werewolf and Caroline is a vampire. So I guess they're not supposed to come together. Like, no, this is not meant to be. You can't do this. And let's see, Sassy, you're saying you really like Caroline. She's your favorite character too. Okay. So Sassy, you're saying she's your favorite character out of all of them. Out of all the characters, she's your favorite character. That's interesting. Because I know, Mandy, your favorite is Damon, right? Like if you had to choose between Damon or Elijah, who would it be? And I wonder who my favorite character. Who is my favorite character? I do like Klaus. He's evil. He's a jackass. But he enjoys being evil. He's like, especially when he's in the body of Alaric. and he's having a lot of fun. Damon. Yeah, no, Damon's just an interesting character, and his eyes is always piercing you. Like, look into my eyes. So you look into his eyes, and they're easy to compel you because you're in a trance. So it's perfect casting with Ian, getting Ian as Damon. And I did watch the blooper. So there was a blooper which I'll release next week, where it was the actor who plays Mason and Ian, and he was supposed to introduce himself as Damon. He's like, "Hey, I'm Damon," but in the blooper, he's like, "Hey, I'm Ian." It's like, wrong name. You're using your real name instead of your character's name. So I thought it was funny. Um, let's see here. What do you, Caroline? Caroline for the win. Manny, you're saying if you want to start the originals, you would have to wait after season 4 of the Vampire Diaries. So I will have to wait until after season 4. And then I wonder, okay, I wonder if after that, when I start the originals and when I do the Vampire, will I have to react weekly the same time? Like if there's going to be like a crossover event, kind of like how they do it with the CW Arrow shows where you watch it at the same time. So you're watching it at the same timeline. And then when the crossover stuff happens, and then you can experience two different stories converge. Abby, you're saying your favorites are Stefan and Klaus. And Sassy, you're saying Damon is your favorite for other reasons. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Sassy. Hey, it's you can like Damon for other reasons. Like I'll say this, Damon, he's a handsome dude. There you go. And he's yeah, throughout the season, like you get to see him shirtless. So you're like, ooh, hello, Damon. And like more people are showing love for Damon than Stefan. So I'm thinking, Damon's like the bad boy. But then Stefan, he was a bad boy. Like he's the one that was evil that turned Damon into it. So what's the difference? What's the difference between that? Maybe because Damon is a bad boy now during the modern times compared to Stefan, who was a bad boy in the past, in the 1800s. Let's see. Sassy. You're saying, I really like Klaus as a character too, but it's tough to like him sometimes. But that's part of the appeal, I suppose, too. The dynamics he has is very interesting. Yeah, he is. Yeah, because he's done stuff in the season where you're like, hey, that's not cool, because he's compelling. He's compelling Catherine, but she has the vervain, so she's not compelled by him. And then also, he made her stab her leg over and over again. That's pretty sadistic. But then she's a vampire, and he knows that she'll heal. But yeah, you're vampires. Catherine, they've all done stuff that's bad. Damon's done stuff that's bad. That's why he's hashtag Damon is a dick. Stefan, he's done stuff. And yeah, pretty much all the vampires, they've done stuff. And Mandy, you're saying, yes, Damon is your top, then Elijah and Klaus, and Caroline is your top female character. And you mean you love Elena and Bonnie too, but Caroline is just special. And you don't know, but you just love her. I think with Caroline, she has this, like out of all the characters, she's the most enthusiastic, the most positive, because Bonnie and Elena, they're always brooding. And I get it. Their life sucks. Bonnie, she's a witch, and then her people close to her have died. And then you have Elena in this episode, in the finale, Jenna's dead. And then her parents are gone. And then now her real parents are dead. So you have both parents dead, fake parents, because her dad, John, John's gone. Was it Jonathan? And then her real mom, she was compelled by Klaus, and she burned herself at this was it the cemetery, I think, and then she died. So Elena's life sucks. Caroline, well, her mom is just hell bent on just hating on vampires, and but she still has a good life. So I feel like just still having something that's good has amplified her peppiness, her happiness, and even as a vampire, she's still just excited. Like you would think the vampire would be evil, but she is the nicest vampire, and it just amplifies that, and that's why no, that's why I like her. Like she's always super positive, even when there terrible things are happening. And then you're saying, Mandy, you're saying you can do that, John. You don't have to. Do what? What am I doing? Helena, you're saying Caroline also has a lot of growth as a person. She really thrives as a vampire in a way she didn't as a human. Yeah. No. Here's the thing. Every character on the show thrives when they are in the know. That's why the most frustrating character to watch are the characters that aren't in the know. For example, Matt. Matt is just, oh God, this guy, please stop. But Jenna was not in the know, but I still like her for not being in the know. So it's how you act when you're not in the know. Because Jenna's just supposed to be that supportive, loving, uh, authoritative figure. The person that's supposed to care for them, the caretaker, the I wouldn't call her like the mom, but just someone that is supposed to take care of them. She's supposed to take care of them, and she can't. And it's just sad to see her fate in the end of this episode, season 2 finale. And so that's I wish there was something more with Jenna in terms of how they, killed her off. And so, Manny, you're saying, don't say that Stefan is evil. His fans will not see it that way. You say that they are vampires, so they are all killers. They are not good, but can choose or try. But in the end, they have all done bad things. So you're saying the Stefan fans will be like, no, he's not evil. How dare you say that? Sass, you're saying no matter the type, vampire, human, werewolf, everyone has the potential to be bad or good, which this show shows well. We see good and bad from everyone, yet there's so many grudges. Oh yeah, there's so many grudges in this show. It's the grudges, like there are so many back and forth. Matt has a grudge. The Caroline's mom has a grudge. Tyler's mom, I don't know what she's doing. And the grudges, I just like, what do you do? Like, there's so many things that happen to each other. Can you forgive? Because I know in this show, it's easier for people to forgive compared to in real life where someone has done you wrong. You ban them forever from your life because that's who we are now. We like to kick them out on the curb. But on the show, you have Damon, who killed Stefan's best friend, Lexi, and Damon's still alive. And I'm pretty sure that, Stefan doesn't like it, but it's his brother and he's going to learn to live with it and maybe forgive him. But in real life, I don't think people, there are some people like that, but I think there will be people like, you know what? You killed my best friend. We're no longer family. Get out of my life. So Manny, you're saying, yeah. Manny says, I've seen some of his fans get really mad and they bash Damon for everything he does, but they are biased when it comes to the things that Stefan does. Yeah, they have both done terrible things. And it'd be interesting to see how the actions, because right now their actions, there are no repercussions because they're brothers. And what are you going to do? You're going to kill your own brother? but I want to see more. And we've seen some of that with the, was it Damon and what is it? Elena's real mom, Alaric's wife. I forgot her name, but Alaric was mad at Damon for doing that. But then now Alaric and Damon are friends. They're friends now. So the things you've done to piss each other off, sooner or later, somewhere down the line, you can become friends again. Now imagine if our world was like that, where people can just forgive and just become friends. They'd be a perfect world. I think the Vampire Diaries world, even though it's dark, there's people dying. People are willing to forgive each other. People are willing to give each other a second chance. And that gives me hope. Watching it, I was like, wow. Wow, if they can do it, if a vampire can learn to forgive, or even humans and all that, maybe. And let's see here. Miriam. Miriam is saying, I never forgive Damon for killing Lexi. Yeah. Yeah, as viewers, we're like, oh, but he did this. But then like the show keeps going and you just keep on watching the characters, and then you just kind of forget that he's done that. And they're doing more things where he's redeeming himself. So the more the characters redeem themselves, the more you start to forgive them and you start looking at the positives. That's how I see it, because I'm looking at the stuff that Damon's done where he's helping out. He's helping out Elena. He's trying to do things, even though sometimes it may be bad, but you know deep down how he feels, and he's just really trying to take care of him. And but for Damon, they let's see, the essence of this show, as well as the grudges, is essentially the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. All right, man, you're saying Damon does some dumb things, one of them being killing Lexi, but in the end he thought he was saving his own butt. And Stefan's, and he didn't try to find another way, he just went with what he had. Yeah. Yeah, Damon's the type that just that acts on impulse, and it's gonna bite him in the ass later on. But I'm surprised he's survived this long, hundreds of years, hundreds of years, and many more to come. Hopefully, the the vampires here. Yeah, there are a few vampires that have died, and then there are many werewolves that have died. But with the vampires, I just want to see more of them. I just want to see more of just the werewolves. I don't know if they're gonna make them stronger. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. So, Miriam, you're asking, how do you feel about Bonnie so far? I like Bonnie now. I wasn't a huge fan of Bonnie in the beginning, but she's grown on me, and especially with her witch power, she's learning her craft. She's one with her powers now. It just feels like she just knows what she's gonna do. And she, in this episode, or was it the previous episode, she kicked ass, like with her powers, just all the flames coming out and just taking care of business. She's powerful. And with this then with this episode where Jeremy got shot, and Bonnie was trying to like revive him, and so she calls upon the powers of her ancestors, like, please help. And she says, I love him. And so I was like, I thought that was touching. And but yeah, so Bonnie definitely has grown on me as a character. Matt's like the only character that I'm like, oh, this guy. Like some parts where he's cool, like, oh, he's kind of helping them out. But in other parts, it's like, dude, you are always complaining. Like you're it's like the problem is that you can complain in real life, but on a show, like if a character complains on a show and you're not doing anything to move the story forward, it's just annoying. And So Mandy, you're saying Stefan tries to find another way, but Damon just does it sometimes without thinking about the consequences. Like he says, he's okay with being the bad guy. Yeah. What's up, Yellow? How's it going? And Sassy saying a lot of people feel that way about Matt. Yeah, Matt. Matt's the only character I don't like. There's potential in making that character interesting, but the way they did it with this show, he's just always at the Mystic Grill. And every time it's just the look he always gives to the characters that you like Caroline or Damon Stefan. He's got that. What are they doing here? So every single time. And how about this? Don't go to the Mystic Grill, Caroline, and everybody else. Is that the only bar in Mystic Falls? Like, there's no other bars around. Everybody has to go to the Mystic Grill. Oh, Mary, you have a nick, or everyone has a nickname for him. Ratty Matty. Ratty Matty. Mandy, you like Matt, but you don't love him. And Sassy, you're saying he has the potential, but not a favorite. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I can just bring up the comments right here on the thing, so I can just read them out, and you can actually see them. But here it is. Yep. Ratty Matty. And Sassy, you're saying he has a potential, but not a favorite of anyone that you know. Yeah, he does have the potential, man. I think they just, who knows what happens in the future, but first season, second season, Matt is, he's like a wrench being thrown into a bunch of gears, and the gear is supposed to be working, but then with the wrench there, it's like, what are you doing? You're messing things up. Get out of here. Let's see. So Helena, you feel like they didn't know what to do with the character, but wanted to have a down-to-earth human guy. Ugh, how do you make a down-to-earth human guy and still make him interesting? Which I think Alaric fits that bill because he's still human. He's a vampire hunter, which is not really kind of down-to-earth, but he's down-to-earth in terms of not being a supernatural creature and still being able to, fight and do things as a human. And Jenna was that person that was down to earth human that was, I think, likable, but she's gone. She's gone. Mary was saying, I heard they only kept him alive because an alternate ending was him ending up with Elena after Stefan and Damon died. Wow, that's a completely different alternate ending. I wonder what happens in the books, or if the show goes further compared to the books. Oh yeah, Alaric is pretty awesome. I love Alaric and his relationship with Damon just together, because before they hated each other and now they're buddies. They're like what is it, crime buddies, cop duels and all that. Let's see. So Sassy, you think they had a lot of ideas for alternative endings, but not going to spoil anything. Good. Thank you, Sassy. Just because there's six more seasons. I don't want to be I don't want to be ruined by it. Yellow is saying Lafayette from True Blood, down to earth, human, and interesting. How about the Lafayette in Alexander Hamilton? Huh? He's human and interesting, and I like his rapping in that. Let's see. Can I show music from Alexander Hamilton? I just want to like hear that one part where he's just singing as Lafayette, and I was like, oh, this is too good. Delaric, best friends. Hashtag Delaric. Is that a thing? Is that what people are saying right now? Delaric. There's, I think with Damon, you can use Damon's name with any, like Delana, Delaric. I guess Defin. No, that doesn't have a That doesn't sound good. Your whole watch party got blocked for what? The Alexander Hamilton? Well, what were you trying to do? Were you trying to show the whole video or something? Or some songs? I'm pretty sure the song and then it gets blocked. But yeah. Deafin. That's gonna be a thing now. Hashtag Deafin. I'm gonna make a meme out of that because I don't know. How can you say Stefan's name starting with Stefan and then with someone else like Stelena? Doesn't sound as cool. Stelena doesn't sound cool. Stefan Dean or Stefan. Who does he like? Stefan Katharina. Stefan. Yeah, it's Stefan. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Damon's the popular character. He has the better name. Stefan's got the shitty name, and they can't put his name together with other people's names. So they're, you know what? Screw this. We'll have our Delana. We'll have our Delark, and maybe even see Bonnie, and then with Damon, Donnie. You can do that with Caroline, like Daroline. It's just you can do so many things with Damon's names. You showed a snippet. Wow. Yeah. Music. Music, Yellow. That's the problem. You don't do the music while doing the video. So you have to do snippets and then just small snippets and then cut and then just do the other stuff. Stamen. Oh, Miriam, you're coming up with the cool stuff. Stamen. That kind of sounds cool. It's like a car, you know. You like my Stamen, my Ford Stamen. Stepharine. Yeah, it's okay. Now we're getting too crazy now. Too crazy. But yeah, it's Stefan. I wonder why there's not a lot of love for Stefan because I do like Stefan. He's the vampire of reason until he starts drinking a lot of blood and then he goes crazy. And there are times where when he's got that sense of humor, he's lightening up. And I was like, oh, look at that. I see the sense of humor in Stefan because I did watch the blooper for season 1 and 2. And there was a part where Stefan and the actor, I forgot the actor's name that plays Stefan, but Stefan and Elena, the actors, they were trying to do a line. The actress for Elena forgot her line. And he was like, I just used gonorrhea. And the staff was laughing. But it just shows like, you know, he's got that sense of humor. I want to see more of that. Man, you're saying you will learn all the ship names. So people keep on shipping the names. Yes, thank you, Miriam. Yeah, Paul Wesley and Nina Dobrev. Paul Wesley. I keep forgetting Paul. I just know Ian's name. His last name, Summerholder. Is that it? I just know Ian just because he's done on more than one project that I've noticed him in because he did the V show, which is I think on Netflix. And Nina Dobrev. Nina, I gotta remember that name. Nina. Yeah, she is adorable. And I like her character as Catherine because Catherine, she does what she wants and whatever it is, she just goes after it. She doesn't care about other people. She cares about herself. Complete opposite of Elena. Elena cares about everybody. She wants to make sure everyone's taken care of. She is the mommy of the group. But is the mommy of the group the favorite of the group? Catherine is she's deliciously evil. That's it. I like using that word. Deliciously evil. But yeah, Elena, she's still that character that is like, I'll do my own. You know, she does do her own thing, but then she's doing the stuff with Elijah, and you're like, why are you doing this? Why are you not telling the guys? Why are you not telling Damon and Stefan? Yes, Nina is adorable. Elena is hated in the early season. Um, yeah, I guess because she's too much of a plain Jane. But I think more than what's her name, Kristen Stewart's character in Twilight. So Helena, you're saying Catherine is a really interesting character, and you like getting to see Nina act opposite herself. Oh yeah, she's the way they are very different. With Elena just being a goody two shoe, Catherine not a goody two shoe, and she does whatever. Like she's not afraid of being sexy too, because she'll just walk in a room, she'll be completely naked, and Damon's like, um, "Hello." Sassy saying, "What do you think of the acting in the show? Some CW shows are cheesy with their acting, yet this show always gets you in the feels. Also, Nina playing two characters is amazing. They feel different. Yeah, the acting. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other shows where the acting's bad. Like some of the actors in the CW shows, like in the Arrowverse, I couldn't stand. But with this show, the acting's pretty good. Stephens, I think Paul Wesley's good. Ian, I like Ian for just the way his mannerisms are. The actor that plays Klaus and Elijah, whew, they're good. Especially like Elijah. Elijah's good because I've seen how he is in real life. Some of the videos with him and the actor that plays Klaus, and the actor that plays Klaus likes to mess around, just be goofy and silly, while Elijah, the actor, is very serious in real life. Like he's that typical macho dude, but yet Elijah's still powerful, but he's not. He's still compassionate. He still cares about things, and it just shows you like, hey, the acting's good. And I think Jeremy, I like Jeremy. Like he's grown on me too. Before I was annoyed by Jeremy, but he's grown older, and I think he should be playing Peter Parker as Spider-Man in the movies. If he still looks that way, like many seasons later, but right now in season 2, at the end of season 2, when his hair is getting shorter, I was like, this guy could play Peter Parker, but I think his time is too late now. And Matt Davis, who's Matt Davis? Is that that's the character Matt? You're talking about Matt, right? Miriam. Yeah, Matt's pretty hated. I think universally, I can see that everybody can all hate on Matt. I feel sorry for the actor because he was in The Gifted, and The Gifted is one of my favorite shows. I've enjoyed that more than the actual X-Men movies because you actually get to show two sides, mutants and humans, the hatred fighting together. And he was on that show as one of the mutants, and he was being manipulated. And I was, oh, is that it? Is that it for the actor? Makes me sad. Miriam saying Nina plays 4 characters in the Vampire Diaries and the originals. I'm not going to read that because I don't want to know anymore. Let's see, man. You're saying Nina is great. You totally forget it's the same actress playing both Elena and Catherine. That is true. And Sassy is saying Alaric's actor seems totally different to his character too. Yeah, I think I read a tweet from him, and he there was like a Twitter battle between the actor and Paul Wesley, and it deals with politics. But yeah, that stuff I rather not talk about it here. But there is, especially with our political climate right now, everyone's at odds. Everyone's fighting each other. Yeah, you can see the difference even when Catherine is pretending to be Elena. Oh yeah, man, Nina's good. Oh, so Alarc's name is Matt Davis. So Matt Davis is pretty hated in real life. That's kind of sad. So there are characters that are hated, like Matt. Matt's hated as a character. And then in real life, I guess the actor Matt Davis is hated. So I'm guessing there's a theme here. Do not name your kids Matt or they will be hated. Yeah, you like Alaric. You don't know anyone who hates that character. Yeah, yeah. Alaric's a really cool character. He's super likable. And Matt is played by Zach Rohrig. Yeah, I wonder if Zach, if he's doing more stuff, because even in The Gifted, the show that came out I think 2 years ago on FX, he that character that he was playing also sad. I'm like, oh, even in this show, he never gets his moment. Like the character, it's like a Cyclops, where the Cyclops never gets his moment, or James Marsden, who plays Cyclops, who plays a character on The Notebook. That actor never gets his moment, and he's always second fiddle, especially in Westworld, in The Notebook, in the was that Disney movie that he was in, there he plays a prince. He gets shot pretty much, and that's why I enjoyed James Marsden in the Sonic movie, because he finally gets his moment to shine, and it's a video game where he plays. It's a video game movie where he plays a cop, but I love that movie. I need to watch Sonic again. Mary, you're like, I like the character, but hate the actor. Oh, hate is such a strong word to hate an actor. That's I don't know, who do I hate? Which actors do I really hate? Like, I can be annoyed by them, but I don't know if I can really hate them. If I were to meet them in person, I'd be like, hey man, how's it going? And everything would be cool. Hopefully. Actually, no, there are some actors I don't hate them, but I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna hang out with this guy or talk to this guy or interact, because I've done interviews with actors, a lot of actors, and for the most part, a lot of the actors are cool, but there are some bad apples where I've interviewed them and it was awkward as hell. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to be around this person anymore. Mandy, you're saying, I don't follow actors on social media, so you don't know what they get into. Yeah. The only actor I follow on social media, like I follow actors, but the one that always pops up on my feed is Chris Evans. And whatever Chris Evans says, he's always, I like Chris Evans. I like Captain America. So he's okay in my book. And Sassy, you're saying he kind of got a happy ending in the Disney one, but true. Yeah. Yeah, he does. I've only seen it once, so I don't remember much, but he was supposed to be like the main love interest, but something else happens. And in Westworld, if you watched Westworld, James Marsden, he really gets the crappy end of the stick, especially when you're in this amusement park with robots. Manny was saying, I don't hate anyone. It's more like I just don't like them. Yeah. That's what I would use too with the certain characters, actors. Yeah, whatever it is on Twitter, you get to really see them. But yeah, I'm going to end this stream now, and just wanted to try out my first live discussion for this, the Vampire Diaries, especially since I've ended season 2. So I'm not sure if you want to see more of this, maybe weekly live discussions, or maybe just at the end of the season, like season 3. You can just let me know. And I'm actually enjoying this. This is kind of cool. And season 3, yeah, I've already reacted to season 3. I'm gonna release them. I'm gonna release them after soon, because right now the next one is the blooper, and then I'm gonna release season 3, episode 1, and then after that, episode 2. And here's a little teaser. I'm gonna say a little teaser. Season 3 started off with a bang, and I was like, "Oh, this is too good. This is too good." So let's see here. So Sassy, you're saying, yeah, end of season would be cool. Miriam says end of season. End of season sounds better. Yeah. So yeah, this one's like different because I'm doing it on Thanksgiving Day. So I know that, people are spending time the whole day doing family events. But for me, it's kind of like, I did that. But then it's also 2020. It's quarantine. So it's like, let's limit the hangout. And so before I go, I just want to say thanks for watching. You can actually join us on the Discord, which is in the link below. the Discord. You can join there to talk about Vampire Diaries and other stuff. And it's like I'm trying to grow the community, and there's people that are sending in memes. And I just want to grow the Vampire Diaries community in my Discord so we can talk more about that. So join that. Link is in the description. Also, Patreon. If you become a patron, it helps support the channel. And happy Thanksgiving. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next week for the blooper. Goodbye.